Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with ElectraSoul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual bitch putting everybody on. What I intend to do is to teach people that God and Jesus and the universe coexist as one. Now today in this video, guys, this video is going to be about something that comes with the law of assumption that I feel is honestly very important to kind of claim for yourself, because as y'all know, within the law, it is extremely important to be taking responsibility for your actions, the way that you feel, the way that you think, maybe not even feel, but the way that you think is definitely something that you should be taking responsibility over, because you know that the way that you think is all up to you. No matter what the case is, you have to take responsibility for your actions and your thoughts in order for you to manifest the best out of your life. And so today in this video, guys, we're going to be talking about how important it is for you to be taking responsibility for the way that you're thinking, as opposed to blaming others for your problems, blaming this, blaming that, that's the reason that. No, bitch, listen to me. I'm not going to say that you're the reason for your problems, but I am going to say that fixing your mindset to say that everything works out in your favor and that everything is exactly the way that you want it to be is exactly how you get everything to be exactly the way that you want it to be. If you keep blaming others and keep blaming the universe, keep blaming this, that, whatever the fuck happened, you have to understand that you are taking away responsibility from yourself, the one who's actually in control of your reality, when you are supposed to be claiming that power for yourself for you to make the greater change within your life that you've always wanted. It is really as simple as this. Like, y'all just have to understand that it all leads down to you. It all leads right back to you, because you are the most powerful person within your reality. You just have to remember your place within this universe. Alright, y'all, so now that y'all know what's up, let's get started with the video right now so we can get to talking about this, because at the end of the day, guys, responsibility is ours. We have to understand that we are always going to be the ones that come first, but we really got to claim that shit and stop putting it on everybody else, everything else, this, that, whatever. It all leads back to you. But then anyway, y'all, so the most important thing when it comes to taking responsibility for your thoughts is that you simply have to remember what I stated at the beginning of the video, the fact that everything that you think about, whatever you say to yourself, whatever you repeat constantly to yourself is exactly what ends up manifesting within your reality. If you give your power away to everyone and everything around you by blaming this, by blaming that, by saying it's not my fault, it's because of this, that, whatever the fuck, you are literally giving your power away to all of these things when you're really supposed to be giving that shit right back onto yourself, because you are the one who's in control at the end of the day, guys. No matter what the case is, you will always be the one who's in control. So even if you think that a parent has more control over you than you do, that a teacher has more control over you than you do, or whoever else, even God, you are giving your power away for free when that bitch is worth $100 million, if that, because at the end, you're not going to be selling that shit. You're not even going to be giving it away. You're not going to do anything. You're going to be keeping it for yourself, because you know that being as responsible as you came into this universe is exactly how you manifest the best for yourself. Y'all don't see successful people out here blaming everyone and everything for all their problems, do you? They take their problems by the throat and they say, bitch, I don't have any. I'm gonna manifest the best for myself. My life is perfect. And right then and there, they manifest perfection into their lives without even realizing it, because I'm sure, as y'all know, a lot of people don't even realize how to conscious manifest. They don't realize that whatever they say is what actually comes into fruition. But you will still notice that within the people that don't even know that they're conscious manifesting, that they are still being careful about what they're saying, that they're still taking responsibility for their thoughts, and that they were purposely implementing positivity within their life so that they can have the most positive results out of everything. Successful people only want to be happy in life, and that's exactly why you are a successful person as well. It's because you want to be happy in life, and you've created that for yourself by taking responsibility for the way that you've thought your entire life. The simple way that you take responsibility for the way that you think is just by looking back onto yourself whenever it comes to anyone or anything that you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a shitty person, think about how you perceive this person. Do you perceive this person to be kind, or do you perceive them to be shitty? Maybe not even shitty, guys, but let's say a really rude person. Maybe you're really tired of someone who just always gives you attitudes all day, and you assume each and every single day, oh, this person's gonna give me a problem because they're such a bitch. And then boom, you meet up with them, they're kind of a bitch to you again. It's like a cycle, but you always assume the same outcome, right? At the end, someone might tell you, hey, did you ever stop to think that what you're assuming about this person is why you're getting the worst of them? And you would say, nah, I don't think so. I think they're just a bitch. But guys, if you take that second to just say, you know what, I'm gonna think differently about this person. Maybe they're actually a complete sweetheart because I said so and that's it. That is the exact second that that person switches up to say, oh shit, maybe I am a complete sweetheart because this person assumes that I am. They won't even know that you assume that about them, thus changing their reality, but they will literally change according to what you perceive them to be. If you perceive them to be a sweetheart, they will be a sweetheart. If you perceive them to be an asshole, they're probably gonna be an asshole. It's just like when you go to the airport and you assume that all the workers there are gonna be bitches to you. They usually end up being this way because you assume the worst out of these people. Now, for me personally speaking, every time I go to the airport, I always assume that I'm gonna be met with a lot of nice people, and I always do, because I don't assume the worst out of these people. I assume the best out of them. I take responsibility for the way that I perceive those around me, and I see that literally manifest within my reality just like that. Because the second that I change my perspective on the way that I see everyone or everything is the same second that everyone and everything changes to work out in my favor. But that's all because I took responsibility for the way that I'm thinking about these things. You know, trust me guys, when I was younger, there were hella times when I would assume the worst out of everyone and everything, bro. I swore that people were gonna make fun of me. I swore that things were gonna go horrible. I swore this, that, left, right, whatever. But everything that I swore was gonna happen always ended up happening. And even with people I was dealing with within my life, I would just say, yup, I know this person's gonna do this, and then they would do that thing. And I would just sit there like, okay, great. I fucking knew that they were gonna do this, but you know what? It is what it is. No, it's not it is what it is. It is what you say it is. After realizing the responsibility that I hold within my life to say that I have to assume the best out of these people, out of these situations, out of whatever it is that I'm dealing with in order to receive the best, was when everything in my reality started shape-shifting, turning around to fit the assumptions that I now had about everyone and everything. If I say things are gonna go good, they're gonna go good. If I say things are gonna go bad, they're probably gonna go bad, but that is entirely my choice to make for myself. I look back, I say what it is, and it's always going to be that way according to what I say it is for myself, but that's me taking full-on responsibility for the way that I'm thinking, just like you should be doing. So even in the moments that you feel really irritated by your SP, you feel really irritated by a certain circumstance you're dealing with, which of course you're not, or whatever else the case may be within your reality that kind of irks you a little bit, kind of makes you want to react, kind of makes you want to say shit you don't mean, take a second to just sit back and like put away all your pride, put away all your ego, put that shit away, put it to rest, because those two things are the things that do come in to try to like steer you off course, because your ego always wants to be right, and of course you are always right, but your ego wants you to be right in a dirty way, bitch. Like I'm talking about in a way where you are not taking responsibility for anything, because nothing's your fault, whatever the fuck, and nothing is your fault too, but it would be faulty to assume the worst out of everyone, because you would probably get that version of them presented to you. But then anyway, fuck the ego, fuck the pride, put that shit to rest, and simply focus on what you want to manifest out of these people, out of these situations, out of whatever it is that you want. Think about truly what you want, okay? At this part, you really have to think about it, because if you want what you want bad enough, I promise you, you're not gonna let your pride in the way. You're not gonna let your ego affect you. You're not gonna let anyone or anything whisper in your ear to tell you that you can't have what you want, and to just say fuck it, assume the worst, because it doesn't matter anyway. Listen to me. If you want what you want, you're going to show yourself up to be as serious as you need to be in order to get these things, and that most definitely requires that you are taking responsibility for the way that you perceive these people by putting away your ego, putting away your pride, saying fuck the rest. If I want the best out of this, I have to assume the best out of this, okay? Take responsibility and don't be afraid to, even if it might seem a little ego pinching, which I do get, because at one point I wanted to blame everyone and its mama for the reason that my life was so bad, when in reality it was literally because I kept thinking the same shitty thoughts over and over and over and over and over again, and all of those shitty thoughts manifested into my reality. I took responsibility one day. I said, you know what? I am the reason that my life is so shitty, because I keep thinking such shitty thoughts. It's time for me to make a change, take responsibility for the way that I'm thinking, and really implement the positivity that I do want within my life now. And just like that, I make that mental switch, I made it happen, and that is exactly why I'm living my life the way that I want to be living it right now. It's because I chose to take a step back from all that bullshit, to stop blaming others for my problems, to stop blaming the universe for this, that, whatever it is, and to just say, girl, it's because of you. Like, you have to listen to yourself. What it is that you want is what's meant for you, but you have to take responsibility for the way that you're thinking if you do want these things to last. And that's completely right, guys. If you want good things to last, you gotta take care of them thoughts. If you want the best out of your life, you gotta take care of your thoughts. Take responsibility for the effect that you have within your own life. Take responsibility for the fact that you literally create your reality from fucking scratch, depending on what you're thinking about. And take responsibility for the fact that you can really have it all if you say that you will have it all, but that is entirely your choice. If you say that you can have it all, that this is all yours, everything's taken care of, all that stuff, right then and there, you're choosing to be as positive as you need to be to manifest these amazing things into your reality. But no one ever got here by blaming the entire world, the sky and the stars, for their problems. I promise you, because again, I was one of those people. I would blame everyone, everything, you, it's all your fault, it's their fault, fuck that, I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, you know, you probably didn't do anything wrong by reacting in the way that you're reacting. Like, I understand human emotions, and even to myself back then, I understood that I wasn't doing any of those things out of bad intention. It was more so that I was trained on victimizing myself, trained on not taking responsibility for my actions and my thoughts, and I ended up manifesting even even worse for myself because I thought that being a victim was the only thing that there was to this life, because nothing else really appeared to me that it could be as wonderful as I see that it is now, because everyone deserves the best out of their lives. Every single person does, no matter who it is, no matter what it is. It's always going to be that way, but that's why you have to get up and to make it happen for yourself, because no one's gonna hold your hand to the finish line, bitch. I'm gonna hold your hand up to the point in which you're about to cross the finish line, but you crossing that finish line is gonna be you, your choice. I'm not gonna push you, bitch. You gotta push yourself. If you want to get there, you gotta stay focused. You gotta keep your mind on the prize, and you gotta take responsibility for the way that you are thinking about yourself and your life. If you continue to assume the worst out of everyone and everything, I really hate to say it, but you probably are going to get that. As a living example of exactly that, I'm gonna tell y'all that you probably fucking 10 times out of 10 are gonna get that shit. But if you say that you have the best, I am the best, life is the best, everything is the best for me, all that amazing jazz, then of course you're going to get the best out of everyone and everything effortlessly, because you chose to take responsibility for your actions as opposed to blaming everyone and everything for your problems. Because at the end, it all leads back to you, the main character, the one who writes your entire story. You gotta make sure it's a good book, bitch. You want a bestseller? Write that hoe into perfection. It's entirely up to you. No one can convince you differently unless you decide to take that pride and ego away from your eyes and then choose to see the world clearly now, so that you can really manifest the absolute best into your life, because you deserve that. But no one's gonna get you there except for you. So make sure that you're doing what you have to do to take responsibility for the way that you're thinking, to manifest the best for yourself on purpose, and to not be too prideful to the point in which you're like, I'm not taking responsibility, it's not my fucking fault, fuck everyone else. No, take responsibility. Know that it doesn't have to be a heavy load to blame yourself for everything, because that's not what it's about. You're not supposed to be blaming yourself either. You're simply just supposed to be looking at the fact that no matter what it is, it's always going to be up to you and what you're perceiving for it to be. So you might as well choose to perceive that everything is within its best shape and form for you, because you deserve that for yourself, and that's really what it's always going to be. At the end of the day, guys, it's always going to be up to you. You want the best? Get that shit, because you deserve that shit. But remember that it's always going to be up to you, and that's always going to be the case. But then anyway, guys, responsibility doesn't have to be that scary to take. Just do it. Don't be afraid. Know that you have enough power to change the game, and then change that bitch, because you could do this shit because we said so, and that's it. No matter what it is, it's always going to be up to you, and that's it. Alright, y'all, that's basically it for my video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I intend that this video helped you to the best of its ability, and I know that it did, because guys, listen to me, okay? When it comes to taking responsibility, it is really not that scary to do. Even if you're extremely used to blaming everyone, everything, this, that, whatever, for all your problems, all your worries, all your concerns, at the end of the day, it's always going to lead back to you. And as someone who pretty much went their entire lives blaming everyone for their problems, aka me, I did that for like most of my life, truth be told. I blamed everyone, everything, this, that, never my fault. Nothing was ever my fucking fault. Even if on the surface I knew, I was like, yeah, it's my fault. At the end of the day, I always just said it was everyone else's problem. It wasn't my problem, even if it was my problem. I had to get up and to be brave enough to just say, bitch, it's my world. Y'all are just living in it, and so I'm gonna manifest the best for myself, because I deserve that for myself. And then I got exactly that, because I went in on that bitch. I did not sit there and settle with the fact that, oh, I'm such a victim, oh, poor me, poor me. No, I got up and I got to moving. I got to affirming. I got to saying, this is my life. This is my life. I want what I want. I got it right here, right now. My life is good because everyone treats me good because I said so, and that's it. Everyone treats me amazingly. My life is perfect. Solutions to everything. W's everywhere. Just like that. That's completely right. If you say that for yourself, to say so strongly, then no matter what it is, it's always going to be the way that you want it to be. It's always going to be this good. It's always going to be as beautiful as you say that it is. Then it's always going to be that way. But that is entirely up to you. You can sit here, complain, whine, bitch all fucking day. You can say whatever you want to say about the world, about this, that, whatever. But I want y'all to remember that because you are you, because you were born into this universe to be the divine creator within your reality, to the point in which you're not willing to accept anything less than best, because you don't want to deal with any kind of bullshit, you don't want to deal with shitty people, and you don't want to deal with shitty circumstances, that you are purposely intending to manifest the best for yourself, because it is all a choice to make for yourself. You can sit here and whine all day, every day, and see your life just go in a circle of negativity, the same bullshit each and every single day, or you can get up and actually make a change by taking responsibility for your thoughts, not being too prideful to say that nothing is your fault, nothing can change with your words, nothing can happen if I say so. Then you will see just how wonderful everything can be manifested into your reality by your choice, okay? Stop thinking that life is happening to you. Life is happening for you. Life is only meant to happen for you. If life isn't happening for you, then what are you doing? You know, you're not allowing for it to happen for you. You're allowing for it to happen to you by allowing for all these shitty circumstances and things and people to come into your reality to mess you up in some way. No, take responsibility for the way that you're thinking, take responsibility for the things that you say to yourself on the daily, and take responsibility for what your natural thoughts are whenever you think about anything. You must retrain your mind to a point in which you assume literally the best out of everyone and everything, which I know y'all can do because I've done it for myself. I naturally assume the best out of everyone and everything, no matter what it is. I used to assume the worst out of everyone and everything, in which I would look around and just complain, feel bad for myself, poor me, poor me, poor me. But now I know who I am, I know what I'm worth, and I know the fact that I can do this simply by saying that I can. Once you take responsibility, you're going to see just how easy it is to do this for yourself and how non-scary it is, because why the fuck would it be scary for you to be the baddest bitch on purpose? It's not scary for you to do exactly what you're supposed to be doing right here, right now, because you said that you are, and that's it. I know that my experiences come through to help y'all out in some way like this, because I come on here so passionately to tell y'all exactly what I'm feeling about these things, because I know that if these were things that had gotten me down at one point, they might be getting y'all down at some point too, and I don't want y'all to ever experience that. So that's exactly why you're going to avoid all the extra nonsense, you're going to avoid all the extra bullshit, whatever it is, and you're simply going to focus on manifesting the best for yourself, consciously speaking, by taking responsibility for the way that you're thinking and manifesting only the best for yourself by thinking the thoughts that you want to be thinking, in which everyone and everything always works out and moves in your favor. Everything is always going to go according to your plan because you said so, and that's it. At the end of the day, guys, it's entirely up to you. Do not be afraid to take responsibility for exactly what you are, what you do, and what you bring to the table, because you are that bitch for a reason. It's because you're supposed to be taking responsibility. So do that shit now. Stop running away from your problems. Claim them shits into your hand and say, I got no fucking problems, because there's only solutions to everything that I've ever seen, and that's it. Because there are only solutions, absolutely no problems, because you said so, and that's it. But then anyway, y'all can fucking do this, so just do it, okay? That's exactly how it's gonna go, y'all, because this is really as simple as it is. As I'm telling y'all, just make the mental switch and you're gonna see it all change in your favor right here, right now, because you said so, and that's it. Alright, y'all, I will see y'all this Thursday for another video. Thank y'all so much again for watching. God bless y'all. Please take care, everybody. And stop being afraid of claiming who the fuck you are into your reality, bitch. If you are the main character, you have to be taking responsibility for the way that you're thinking. You cannot be too prideful to the point in which you're eliminating all that bullshit to say, ooh, bitch, it's your fault, your fault, your fault. No, take it right back to you. Because at the end of the day, when you end up manifesting that mansion, when you end up manifesting exactly what you want, that SP, the love, the job, the dog, whatever it is that you want, you're gonna be saying, I did this shit for myself because I'm that bitch. Yup, just like you took responsibility for you manifesting all the wonderful things, you gotta take responsibility for the way that you have thought before when you thought about all those negative things within your reality. You also have to take responsibility for the way that you thought when you were thinking not so favorable, because that is exactly how you make the change. Once you realize that all that negative shit is not meant to be with you and you want to do better now, you gotta look that shit in the face and just be like, I did this. I really did this. I am strong enough to do this. If I want this, I can have this. And that is exactly how you manifest the best out of your life. Not by sitting around and complaining, not by whining and bitching about this, that, this, that. It doesn't matter what it is, no matter what the case is. It's always going to be exactly how you want it to be. And that is literally it. Take responsibility for the way that you're thinking so that you can manifest the absolute best out of your life and keep it pushing. Fuck the rest. Forget everyone and everything else. Forget the way that you used to think. Forget everything or anything that doesn't align with this new reality that you are manifesting for yourself, and watch it all fall into place just like it should, simply because you said so, and that's it. Take responsibility because you know that doing so is going to make your life better, because you know that it is. It's all up to you at the end of the day, but y'all got this shit in the bag because we said so, and that's it. Bye. Oh yeah, y'all, I've been there, I done that. I know what it's like. I know the blaming game. I know that he did this, she did that, fuck this, fuck that. Okay, yeah, I get it. I get the anger. But at the end, guys, do you really want things to not work out in your favor because you are choosing to not take responsibility for the way that you're thinking about your life? I'm not gonna sit here and say that you're the reason that your life is so shitty, but I am gonna say that you are the reason that whatever manifests into your life is being manifested. It's because of the way that you're thinking. If you want the best for yourself, you have to think in the best way possible. If you want everything that you've ever wanted and needed just like that. You gotta assume that shit into your reality, but it's always going to be up to you. You can blame the world all you want. You could say it's because of this, it's because of that, blah, 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 blah. But guys, doing that is not gonna get you anywhere closer to your desires. If you want what you want, don't be afraid to stand up for what it is that you want by saying, okay, I take responsibility for my thoughts. I know that this is because of me. I'm gonna get this shit because I said so, and that's it. And that's exactly what you have to be doing for yourself. By saying this to yourself, you are now taking responsibility for the way that you're thinking, and you are now more than free to manifest the absolute best for yourself because you know that you can, and that's it. At the end of the day, guys, it's always going to be up to you. So be sure that you are taking full on advantage of that thing, that power that you have inside of you, so that you can have the absolute best for yourself because you know that you deserve that shit for yourself, and that's it. Don't be afraid, bitch. Just take responsibility for your thoughts and get to affirming. It's always going to lead back to you. Take care of you first. Them thoughts, A1, you got this shit in the bag though because we said so, and that's it.